Hi, four. Welcome to your flipped classroom for the Easter holidays. It's going to be a very quick video, but I'm just going to explain to you and go through with you your homework task sheet that we put up onto Tapestry for you to access, and just a few things that you can do at home, getting yourself prepared for our new topic next in the summer term, which is all about sound and lights, camera, action is the name of the theme. So it's the name of the topic. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to have a look at our homework grid. And here it is. So I'm just going to move myself out of the way at the minute so you can see the screen. So the homework challenge grid, our topic is called lights, camera, action, and it's going to, all our lessons are going to be try to be based around this. We're going to be looking at sound in science, for instance, and I know in computing we're going to try to edit our sounds on the computers and make it all techny and techno stuff. So yeah, it's quite exciting, this topic. On this homework grid now, there's no expectation to actually complete all of these, but there are just some tasks maybe you want to do during the Easter holidays just to keep yourselves busy. So here we go. Number one, you may want to research a play. You may have seen maybe a movie, or there's a play that you've heard of, and you may want to do a bit of research into it. It could be a traditional play, like a William Shakespeare play, like Romeo and Juliet, or um, Pericles, or it could be a more modern day play that you would like to research. You could do a PowerPoint display or a poster about that if you would like to. If you don't want to research a play, maybe you can research one of your favorite movies. And the next one here is make a list of all the mechanical inventions in your house. Now, in some of our wider curriculum lessons, because camera work and sound, that's all kind of inventions, and it's developed over the years. Write a list of all things in your house that are mechanical inventions. For example, it could be a TV. So write a list and see how many things you can find in your house that are mechanical, and they're big inventions. You can create your own 8-point compass if you would like. So a 4-point compass is north, south, depending on where you're looking on the camera. For me, west is this side, but for you guys, it could be east and east over there. That's a 4-point compass, but an 8-point one, what do you need to add to an 8-point one? So I won't tell you what you need to do, but you can research that and create your own. You could design your own sort of telephone. Telephones have changed over the years dramatically. Maybe you could create a new type of phone that hasn't been invented yet. Down here, we can create and make your own musical instrument. If you're struggling with this, you can go onto YouTube and see how to do it yourself. But maybe you want to create yourself a shaker. You may get yourself a little container. Sometimes, if you haven't got these things, maybe a kitchen roll or a toilet roll holder. You sellotape one end, so you've got a nice base. You can put some dried rice in there, and then sellotape the top of it up, and then you got yourself a nice little shaker that you could have. Here you could research a famous inventor and see if you can make your own version of. Now it says his. I'm going to change that to his or her design, because inventors are not just male. There are plenty of female inventors out there as well. So we have to celebrate everyone, not just the men. So research a famous inventor, and then you can make your own version of his or hers design. A little bit of a maths one, maybe estimate and then calculate how much your adults' groceries are. So maybe you want to go to do a weekly shop, and maybe sort of estimate as you're going around, seeing how much you think your parents or your adult has spent in the shop. And then when you get to the till, see how much it is in total. No cheating on this one though. Don't use one of them zappers as you're going around. Try to do it in your head. The next one, create a biography about someone of your choice. Now, biography is when you write about somebody else. You did this in lockdown. Many of you, we practiced writing a biography. It was like a non-chronological report on Mrs. Bowen. So you pick someone of your choice and you write a biography about them. You will have to do a bit of research for that and find out some information about that person. You could create and carry out your own exercise routine. Okay, so maybe you want to plan an exercise routine and then carry it out and share it with others in your family. You could become a TV presenter for the day and present your own TV show. This may be lots of fun. I remember when I was a kid, I did a radio show. I was only supposed to do it for 10 minutes, but I ended up using 2 sides of a cassette. That's really showing my age. But yeah, I had about 2 hours worth of me and my twin brother just talking, pretending we were radio DJs. It was brilliant. My teacher had to listen to 2 hours of it. But yeah, you can become a TV presenter for the day and present your own TV show. You can maybe film it. You can maybe edit it as well if you can, using the computers, and mess around with it a little bit. And it will be really interesting to see your creations. You could write a book review about a book that you've read recently. Remember, don't just write about the book and what it's about, but how did it make you feel? Would you recommend it to somebody else? What was your favorite part? What was your least favorite part? So try to go into a bit of detail there. This one here, maybe you want to write your own script for a play. Like camera action, obviously filming is, you need scripts. Everything you see on TV will have a script of some sort. Some will have very long scripts, some scripts may be very short. But yeah, create your own script for a play and then maybe start acting it out with your friends and your family. Now, just before I finish this video, there are some things that you should be doing daily during the Easter holidays. I think it's very important that you are reading at least 10 minutes a day to yourself or to an adult. I always find the best time to read or listen to a story is before I go to bed. I do it tonight. Even me, like, last night I was in bed reading a book before I turned the light out. Also, be helpful to your parents. Yeah, they've done a lot for you during this lockdown, helping you with your education at home. So it'd be great to hear that you've been very helpful around the house, doing little jobs. Just keeping your room tidy will be a massive help for your parents, I'm sure. So they're things that maybe you could do every day. Every week, you need to make sure that you practice your times tables. And practice them all. Go on to Times Table Rockstars, log in, and you can access the times tables there. So make sure you do that. Do something kind for someone else. Maybe learn a song. Learn the names of some of the capital cities in Europe. These are just extra little things that you can do to keep yourself busy. Here are some keywords for our new topic. We have sound waves, soundproof, amplitude, particles, inventors, engineer, biography, absorb, cinematic, technology, and editor. Very quickly, sound waves. Sound waves are sound travels in waves that we cannot see. They're invisible. And sound waves, when I speak, as I'm speaking now, the waves, sound waves are going into the speaker or the microphone in the computer, it then picks it up and it records it. And that's how sound travels. It travels in waves, and it can bounce off walls and bounce off ceilings and things like that. So that's what a sound wave is. Soundproof is when we make an area where sound cannot escape. So you may have seen it sometime. I don't know if you have, but when one of my friends is a DJ, and in his room, his DJ room, he has foam all around the walls, and that has soundproofed his room, because when you go out of that room, no matter how loud the music is, you cannot hear it outside the room, because the foam is absorbing all them sound waves and not allowing them to travel out of the room. So therefore that room is soundproof. No sound can escape. Okay, amplitude, particles. Amplitude is to amplify something, how loud it can get. Particles, we see particles in everything in everyday life, solid, liquid, gases, they all have little particles inside of them, which help them build up. Inventors. Inventors are people who create something that is brand new, that may be an extension of an idea or something. For example, the telephone. Alexander Bell was an inventor. He invented the telephone. It was something new, and he was able to then invent a telephone that we now use today. An engineer. An engineer is somebody who looks at mechanics and things like that. You have all types of different engineers. You have sound engineers, you have recording engineers, you have special effects engineers. These are people who work with technical things. A biography. A biography is when we are writing about somebody else, not ourselves. We write about somebody else. So it could be that I want to do a biography on a famous footballer. Let's take I don't know, Lionel Messi, and I would write a report, or I would write stuff about Lionel Messi. That's called a biography. I'm writing about someone else. Absorb, as mentioned before, the foam. Absorb is when it draws things in. Yeah, a great example of absorption is a sponge, and you can do this at home. You get a dry sponge and get a bowl of water and put the sponge in the bowl of water, and the sponge will start to absorb all the water. It's almost drawing it all into the sponge. Okay, and the water level in the bowl will decrease, will go down, and that's absorption. Cinematic is, making a movie. You may need to edit it, you may need to cut it up, you may need to add sounds. Normally cinematic views have, they used to have letterboxes. You'd be watching a movie through a letterbox. Technology is everything around us. Technology it's about how things work. Technology can also be digital. When we look at phones, for example, without our modern day technology, we would still be having phones that look a bit like this, where you've got a handle like this. We still use these, but we may not have mobile phones, for example. Technology has allowed us to have touch screen on our mobile phones and connect to the internet and things like that. So technology is very fast moving. It's always moving very quickly, and we need to try and keep up with it as much as we can. An editor is the last one, keyword there. An editor is somebody who takes a product that someone has produced. So it could be that a director has made a movie, he hands it to the editor, and the editor will sit there and go, yeah, I don't think we need that bit, and that bit goes out. Or maybe you need to add this, or can you refilm this and add this to it? Or we don't need the sound effects here, let's take it out. So an editor is someone who kind of proofreads somebody's work and then makes changes to it. So this is your homework grid. You can put examples up on Tapestry if you would like to. You could also bring some of this work into school when you come back into school on the 20th of April, I believe. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what you've come up with. So this will be up on Tapestry. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. Good luck with it all. And remember if you need any help with anything, do look online. There are videos to help you on YouTube, for example, with the making instruments and things like that. But no, it'd be really interesting to see what you come up with. And have a very good Easter holiday. Don't work too hard. Right. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.